Hey, I'm Brian Evans.
And I'm Diane Conklin.
And this is Business in 5.
Go!
All right, so today, Business in 5, we're going to talk to you about something that's extremely important. If you want to sell your product or service, you need to make sure that you're putting your message in front of the right audience, so that audience is somebody that will want to buy your product or service. For example, if you are selling dog food and you want to sell your dog food, you can't put your message in front of owners that have cats. So it's very important that you clearly identify who your target audience is. We have an awesome checklist for you as a resource with this video that we're going to share with you afterwards. So why don't you start by explaining what that is?
Yeah, so your target market, this is critical because most people don't, by the way, I put stuff in front of me today to include my old eyes just because Brian has stuff in front of him and I wanted to look like him.
Yeah. So this makes you look smart.
It does? Okay.
Put them on.
No.
There you go. Not much better.
Oh, not much better. So target market has to be specific. Some people call this avatar. Some people call this a lot of different things. But here's the thing. If you say something like, well, women are my target, way too big, right? Or if you say, Seth Godin has a quote that I love, and he says, the biggest mistake beginning marketers make is they try to be for everyone. I'm paraphrasing. And the reason they do it is because they feel like there's always one more person to bother, right? There's always one more person out there that's their potential client. The problem with that is that your message is too big. If you would hone in on the smallest, weirdest, most bizarre niche, not only is there more money, but you know exactly who you're talking to. And so go get the checklist, but it's things like, are they male or female? I know what you're going to say, right? Well, I do both, Diane. I know that you serve both, but who are you talking to? Imagine that the person is sitting beside you, because you can't see me over here, right? Beside you, who are they, right? Name them. Is it male or female? Are they married or single? Do they rent or own? Right? Those are like the demographics. Those are the basics. Start with those things. Do they have kids?
Yeah, and take a visual representation. Look first. So if you pause and you take a look at what I am, if I'm her avatar, well, let's take a look. Okay, well, this he's drinking out of a Harley mug.
Which I tried to get him not to do.
Yeah, I know. He's got a nice watch. I don't know. I think I know him because he owns his own home. So what she's talking about is very important. You want to put, if you have one shot, one opportunity to be able to put your message in front of someone to live and die off of that income potential, what would you do? You would put it in front of somebody that is absolutely best educated guess as possible that's going to buy your product or service.
Right, your ideal client. Your ideal client. Because here's the fear. Here's what you're saying. Here's the reason you don't do this, that you hold back, right? You say, well, this guy's my best client. He's got money. He's got all the things. He's perfect. But what if he doesn't see it and Diane does? Well, guess what? If I'm not your ideal client, you don't want me. Let me tell you why you don't want me. Because I'm a tire kicker. I might get your free thing.
You got those with your shirt.
I do. Probably a dog here. My shirt's been in the office, so that'll tell you how clean we are here. But you don't want me because I'm not going to buy. If you target him specifically because of those things, he's much more likely to buy right now. Doesn't mean you don't keep marketing to other people, but what it does do is it filters, right? Think about a filter. What happens in a filter, right? The big particles, the particles that you don't want, they get filtered out. They don't come through the filter. The small particles that you do want and some of the medium ones, right? So here's my pet peeve. Who's your target market? Well, we market to women, blah, blah, entrepreneurs, and a few cool men. Really? Come on. Take a stand. Those few cool men are going to find you whether you say that or not.
Sure.
Be real. We market to women.
Go after your audience, and then the few cool men that like me that come in are a bonus, right? But target your most specific audience. I'm definitely a bonus, a big bonus.
Easy there, big fella.
All right, so let me think. I was going to say, if you don't have your audience, if you've already been in business and you don't have the luxury of really doing all this research ahead of time, which is what most people are dealing with, which is fine, put some messaging out there and look for patterns in the responses that come in. Try to find those patterns and then maximize your efforts when you put the message out there. For example, when we run TV commercials, we realize that we get our best responses around the news period because people don't DVR the news, they watch the news live. So we're maximizing our response opportunity from that particular messaging from that particular audience.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. If you've been in business for a while, it's actually an advantage because you can take the list that you do have for a couple $100 and go have it profiled and know exactly who's on your list. And when you do that, you'll be way surprised at what you find out. Brian, we're almost out of time. Give them the link to find this.
All right, so we have tons of resources, but basically it's really simple. btwebgroup.com/resources. btwebgroup.com/resources for that checklist. That's awesome.
See you next
We're
time.
out of time. See you. Thanks. I'm Brian Evans.
I'm Diane Conklin.
This is Business in 5.
This is